Look at chat. Yo. Ugh. Okay, sorry. I had to make sure that everything was good. Alright. Excuse me. Sorry. So hopefully... Oh. First of all... Hold on, just a moment. Just a moment, people. Okay. Sorry. Ugh. What's up? Well, Anna, you know what to do. Gosh, dang. Freaking setup is just acting dumb. Alright. There we go. What's going on, guys? Princess Leah here. Back at it again with a new live stream. Ugh. It was so good. Anna, it was so good. Unfortunately, we didn't have any broccoli this time round, so it was just noodles and chicken and good old Alfredo stuff. But it was so yummy. Too bad you didn't get to have any. Good old Alfredo. Something that I got to have and you didn't. I'm scared it's gonna do something. stupid. There we go. Man, I keep thinking about that weird argument I had with one of my good friends. Alright. I keep thinking about that one stupid fight I had with one of my friends the other day. Or was it yesterday? I don't remember when it was. But bro acted so offended that he was like, maybe it was like saying stuff like, I won't contact you again, and all these different things. And it's like, over something stupid? Really? Like, how old are we? How old are we? 12? 10? What? Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Can everything melatonin?
Yeah. No.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Have a good night.
You too. Alright. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so it was over the most stupidest thing. Like, all I wanted was for him to shut up about washers. I mean, literally, in all the conversations, it was either about his washer, or his grandparents' washer, or my washer, or somebody's washer. I don't know what the heck the deal was, but it was always about washers. Like, like, what are we doing here? And I'm not laughing because I'm annoyed. I'm laughing because it was just always about washers. And I finally got annoyed, and I was like, he was asking me these different questions, like, and then we finally got to the point where he was like, can you take a video of your washer? I want to hear what it sounds like. I'm like, no. He's like, why don't you want to do that? Just curious. And I literally said, because I don't care. Because I don't care. And then that's when he lost his shit. I'm like, seriously? Because I said that? Like, the fuck? Because I said that, what I meant to say was, I don't care to. Because I really don't care. Simple. Now, it is important to mention that I love this friend very, very much, and he's still pretty cool. But what in the hell? But then it got to the point where bro was like, I forgot because we were arguing for so long over this. It was like, what are you doing? All this hostility and for what? He's like, I'm not being hostile. I'm like, dude. Yeah, you really are. And all because I said that I didn't care to. Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, hello? And then he started saying some other nonsense. Like, well, I always mention MRI PET CT source and Lars Ulrich. And I'm like, not in every conversation. You are literally talking about washers in literally every conversation. Literally. I'm not even exaggerating. I wished I was. I have the text messages, the phone calls, everything. Like, seriously? And I'm really not mad at him for always talking about washers. I'm annoyed, but not like, how do I put it this way for him to understand this if he watches this, which I highly doubt he will. He's not an annoying person. I don't think his whole personality is annoying. Like, him as a person, he's not annoying. It's the subject that's annoying. You know how, you know how, you know how he gets all annoyed when I talk about Lars Ulrich and Metallica and Larry? Well, there you go. The same principle applies. And then he was talking about how he was doing it because I was talking about Larry and uh, Lars Ulrich all the time. And I highly doubt it because you were very. He was very, uh, what's that word? I just had it. Casual about it. He was very casual about it. Like, nothing suggested that he was doing it to annoy me. Now, I am not calling him a liar per se, but I am saying that, yeah, bro, I highly doubt that. Mm-hmm. But, him as a person, like, he's pretty cool. But, the subject in which he was talking about constantly, I guarantee you, when we start talking again, if we start talking again, he's gonna either mention GTA, or his or somebody else's washer, or the school's this or something that I know he's gonna talk about. He's gonna talk about like the things that now, if it was something serious, say like his constant, well, okay, his worries, his whatever, whatever's going on with him personally. Like, how do I say this while being respectful? Because I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I am trying to be discreet. Um, okay, stuff that's going wrong with him. Like, you know, could be anything. I'm okay with talking about that. Like, and I'm not saying that to say, oh, I like talking about bad stuff. No. What I'm trying to say is I care enough to listen and whatnot. But we can't keep talking about washers and GTA and like, well, he doesn't mention GTA often enough for me to like kill, like, you know, to get annoyed. I'm telling y'all, he's not a bad friend. But when he gets upset, I realize that he doesn't make sense sometimes. Now, I don't think anybody makes any sense when they're upset, but I'm like, it just seems out of place. Like there's no reason for the hostility. Like, okay, here's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. At one point in the conversation, I was saying, here, let me look back actually. Let me look back because let me look back. Cuz it's not like I can't look back. I said, okay, here we go. I said, at least I can admit it, because we were talking in this point in the conversation, we were talking about me being immature, and he said, you really. I said, but really thinking about it, I don't exactly have room to talk. Then he said after that, you really don't have room to talk. And I said, bingo, at least I can admit it. You know what? You want to know what he said next? Are you calling me a liar? What part of that sentence, at least I can admit it, is that implying implying in this context that I am calling him a liar? No, what I'm saying is, anybody who was paying attention to the conversation would say, "Oh yeah, she's agreeing with him." At no point in the conversation was I calling him a liar when I said that. No. When I said at least I can admit it, I'm saying that I can Okay, sorry. Some people were trying to call me. Let's see if, well, not call me per se, but. Alright, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm. No. Anna, I pinned the message. You're good. But anyway, no, I was not calling him a liar. That did not make sense to me. Like, I don't know exactly what bro was thinking, but no, I was not calling him a liar. I literally was agreeing with it. And he was like, "Are you calling me a liar? Like, what?" I am humbling myself. Humbling myself. And telling you that at least I can admit to my own immaturities. It is true. Yes, I am. Like, tell me, who else is as goofy as I am at the age of 22? Who else? Who else says all these weird things? Like, come on. Who else makes weird ass jokes? Sometimes dirty jokes. At my age. Who else does that? Tell me. Nobody. Then again, I hope that my friend, like, okay, another point, because this did kind of hurt my feelings. This dude was literally telling me, like, if I'm such a nuisance, this is basically what he said to me. Let me think of the wording. Here, I don't have to think. I can just look back. Oh, that's not. Um. Okay, I need to go to Messenger. Um. Oh yeah, he said, I said the no contact thing if you honestly think I'm a nuisance. That's what he said, because in the past I've mentioned, no, in the conversation he was like, I'm not gonna do this and that, I'm not gonna basically not talk to you anymore and stuff like that. That's basically what he said. I mean, that's not, but that's not, like, verbatim what he said, but that was the implication. That was what he was basically saying. And it's like, what brought that on was, in the past I've mentioned that, I wanted to, I called him and another person immature, which in this conversation he literally was proving to me that yes, bro is immature. Like, I ain't gonna deny it. I am not without my faults though. I'm not gonna sit here and throw stones, because I am not without my faults. Like, seriously. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that maybe I was perfect in the conversation, because I wasn't. I'll be honest. I don't think I was. I'm not. No one's perfect. So I'm gonna sit here and tell y'all right now in this live stream, not perfect, 100% flawed. Yeah. Anyway. What hurt my feelings was he was talking about no contact and, you know, all this, these other things. Okay, if I was really so annoying and, you know, talking about Larry and Lars Ulrich in every other conversation that we've had, how come you've came to me with the personal stuff that you're going through, in which I am not going to specify because that is not my place. I think that in that sense, bro is being so hurtful, forgetting that I was the one he came to when he had troubles of his own. Before he talked to anybody else, to my knowledge, this might not have been the case in every scenario, but to my knowledge, for some of these, at least some of these, I'm not going to say most, I'm not going to say all, for some of these, I was the first person he talked to when he had something going on. And then he's going to sit there and talk about no contact. No! We are far too close for that. Mentioning that is disrespectful to me. If I really thought that bro was a nuisance, I would not be talking to him, period. It's a good thing. It is a dang good thing I thought about distancing myself from these people. Because this is the kind of crap I get. Ungrateful. In a sense. Well, I wouldn't say ungrateful. In an aspect, it sort of is. Because he's forgetting. Well, okay. Ungrateful, maybe not. I thought I was cooking, but I wasn't. Maybe forgetting the fact that I was there when he was going through stuff. Oh, nice! Good job, dude! Like, alright, I'm not good with this whole friend thing. I get it. I'm not the greatest friend, and in fact, you know, I might be the worst friend. But don't do that. Don't sit here and talk about no contact when literally I was the one you went to when you had troubles. Then you're gonna sit here and tell me some nonsense like I bring Larry and Lars Ulrich and Metallica into every conversation. That's not even true. First of all, not in every conversation that we have. No. No. It's like he can't even handle the smallest criticism in a way. Like, this basically showed it. I'm sorry, I am pissed. If he sees this, I don't really care. I really don't. I really don't. In fact, I wish he would see it. And guess what? guess what? He won't be having me to talk to. Mm-mm. Not with that attitude, at least. I'm sorry. It's true. You know who you are. I'm not playing. Because that was mad disrespectful. Mad. Over something so small. Microscopically small. These people play too much. I about had it with people. Not just because of him. Okay, not just because of him. There were other stuff that happened too. Like, I lost a couple friends due to just political stuff. Mm-hmm. He doesn't necessarily treat me like crap, and, well, I do not have permission to say where he's at in his in his faith walk. I'm not allowed to say because I do not have permission to. So, I'm not going to talk about that. However, I will say the way he views things is vastly different than how I view things, which is more than okay. It's just that this argument got heated for no reason. It wasn't like he doesn't treat me bad. It's not that at all. It's just that this argument really got overly heated over something so small. All because I said I didn't care. Like, I didn't, like, mean it in the mean context. Like, we were just, he kept on talking about washers. I was like, dude, what? Calm down. I think the way, due to certain things, it triggers something. It triggers his fight response. Fight meaning not like fist fight. Fight meaning, you made me mad. Now we're gonna argue. Response. And honestly, due to things that has been going on in which I am not at liberty to talk about, I understand. And he says, I'm not taking it out on anybody. Well, you may not mean to, but it definitely is sort of coming out that way. No, I know, it's unintentional, of course. I get it. But you know, sometimes it happens. In my life I've done that before. I've done that many times. In fact, there are, because I'm still growing as a person and stuff like that, I still do that to this day. because I have yet to learn certain important aspects in life, you know, due to certain circumstances. I'm still learning. I got lots to learn. I got lots to learn too. I'm not exempt from that. 22 years old, still acting like a fool. In my mind, I mean, seriously. In my mind, I feel like I'm not harsh enough on myself. And people are like, literally, people are like, you don't need to be so hard on yourself, and da 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 da. Meanwhile, I mean, seriously, I do. Yes, that is important. Respecting him is important. Like, he's still my friend. There are some people you seriously just gotta respectfully distance yourself from. He's not an enemy. He's just, I'm not making any sense right now. It's just that I think we both gotta keep growing. Like, he's not an enemy. I don't consider him an enemy anyway. Now, he might consider me an enemy, but I'm not considering him an enemy. That's all up to him. Like, if that's what he wants to think of me, then I am who he thinks I am. I can't change anything about it. Nope, I can't. It's out of my control. He's not ugly. He's not. This was an argument that didn't make sense to me. Or to him, I suppose. He just sort of lashed out. And that's okay too. Some people have those kind of moments. Like, it's alright. Now, there is another person that I would like to bring up because I've been thinking about this for a while. I had a best friend. I considered this person my best friend. All for it to blow up in my face, basically. Yes, I've done bad things in my life. However, I'm afraid that this person wasn't exactly honest with me. And still to this day, I do not think that she has been honest with me completely. Now, I will be honest and say I can see why people struggle with being honest with me. Completely. Because I myself have a lot of work to do in fixing myself. However, that does not take away the fact. I mean, I would rather somebody be honest, completely honest with me, despite my personal flaws. And this is what really got me upset with MRI PET CT source, because instead, remember guys when I told y'all that I said that I told him that I loved him, and then he was like, hi? That was not honest. That was literally, like, I get it, he was trying to be gentle, but that wasn't exactly telling me that wasn't exactly telling me what was going through his, like, high. You're not gonna tell me. I'm at this state of mind where I'm like, you should have talked to me instead of this isn't about MRI PET CT source right now. This is not. That I've already talked enough about MRI PET CT source. I'm sure he gets it now. And I hope from now on that things will be better. That is one water underneath the bridge. Anywho, back to what I was actually talking about. Now, with this person, I expected this person to be on my side. Now, to my face, when she would be talking to me, it would seem like she was on my side. Now, when it comes to her friends, I call them her actual friends, cause honestly, I don't really think we are friends at this point ever. I don't think we'll ever get to that point. I think she'll just sort of exist in my life and just, yeah. I think that's what it will be like. But in high school, all throughout my school year, my school career, I really thought she was my best friend. We went through stuff together. Anyway, the point is, she would tell this other friend of mine how I would always play the victim and that this other person shouldn't talk to me or to any of my other siblings because X, Y, and Z, and all these other different things in which all the other hurtful things. I'm pissed. Pissed. I'm still to this day pissed. And she just, when I confronted her about it, she threatened to block me. She's like, don't make me block you. I'm like, bitch, you said these things behind my back. And now you're gonna, don't threaten me with a good time. I basically said, block me, it's your decision. The ball's in your court. I don't want you to, but you haven't been honest with me. Not to my face. Not to my face. That's what really irritates me about. They'll say one thing to my face, and then they'll say another to some other person. I want people to be honest with me instead of bullshitting me. I'm tired of it. That's what I want. Like, I'm tired of it. Come to think of it, it's probably why I've never really learned anything. That and I was always that and to be honest, I was always resistant to people's criticisms about me. Anyway, so I guess that does not help either. Anywho, I will get off of here, guys. Goodbye. Have a good night.